down here for Medical Beach. It's a joint exercise between the Air Force and multiple critical care transport assets that they have and that they've allowed us to join and be a part of.
We're the rotor asset, the helicopter asset for the Med Beach exercise they do out here in Florida. I think they do it every 2 years. It's a pretty big exercise. We're kind of a small piece, but we're a critical piece of the exercise. So part of the exercise, they'll set up different scenarios. They'll go out, we'll haul the patients in, and then they'll get loaded up onto the Air Force assets, the CCAT, and they'll take them and do like patient transfers, like they were taking them out of the battlefield up to another higher level of care, like Germany or something like that. So in the past, we've come down and done it, and they've had like a C-17 on station that we could swap the patients over to. There's a lot of different medical providers and things like that down here.
The classes that the docs do, they go in pretty good depth, and we don't get that too often back home because we don't have the experienced providers in the critical care setting that they do down here. So pretty much all of them work in the ICU, and they have vast experience with that assets of the critical care.
I love picking brains of doctors, man. I love getting to talk to those guys about different scenarios and running through, because that's what I want to do, is eventually fly as a nurse and progress my career that way. And so talking to these guys about what they do and what they're about, as well as patient care and stuff like that, is wicked. And we're on the beach.
The Wyoming Guard made all this possible. I mean, not a lot of guys from Wyoming come out here to train unless you're doing it for Med Beach. So Med Beach is awesome training. It's super beneficial. So it's a good time.
Thinking about being able to work with our Army brothers and sisters at this exercise is, really being able to see what they do for our wounded warriors, where we can pick up where they've left off, and what we can learn from them and what we can teach them too. We all bring something to the table, and it's all at the end of the day about, taking care of other soldiers, sailor, Marines, and airmen who are hurt and injured, and to be able to take our training that we all acquire separately and integrate it, not on the battlefield before we have to get to that fight, is what's best.